Hey guys, just wanted to start off by saying thanks for the awesome support by you, the EG, White Temple, and even the subscribers. And just want to leave you off with these two comments. Kralj and Ash pretty much made it for me right there. Awesome. Clan Smasher, and today I'm bringing you a very exciting episode. So with this one right here, it was actually a CCL match. In case you don't know, that's the Clash Cup League that Time to Clash is pretty much in charge of. So anyways, it is a fun event, guys. It's kind of like an NDL, so no dip leagues. Pretty much usually 9v9s hit 9s, 10s hit 10s, and 11s hit 11s. You can't dip, so it's pretty exciting, guys. So Elite Gaming actually did an amazing job, guys. So let me just show you some of this stuff right here. So the score was 129 to 125. We ended up getting a 90% hit rate on our 9v9s, guys. That is amazing. So 18 out of 20 hits to clear all the 9s. The breakdown was 9 to 23 to 18, guys. So pretty much 9 Town Hall 11s, 23 Town Hall 10s, and then 18 Town Hall 9s. So it was definitely a heavy war, 50 versus 50, guys. So as you can see, we did a very great job, and very big shout out to OneHive 2.0. They also did a great job. They got a pretty good amount of 10v10s. They got 6. We ended up getting 10 of those, and they also got an 11v11. And then we also got an 11v11, so we tied there. As far as the 9v9 hit rate, we did do a lot better. They got 51% on that one. But anyways, guys, we're gonna go ahead and move on to this one. I'm just gonna be featuring all the Town Hall 10s, and also a big shout out to all the 9s who did a great job. And I'll just show you guys some of these. So 6 packs right there. Hulk Smash, and I also made a video on his. He does do Dragon Attack, so you might want to check that out. And then big shout out to Skip, and then Gene got a 6-pack as well. Little Lisa almost got a 6-pack there. A Shadow. So we had some great hits, guys, and with that allowed us to get a lot of 9v10s. So we pretty much got 16 scouts, guys. That helped out tremendously, and I also got a scout for my Town Hall 11, so I can hit an 11v11, and I ended up getting a 3-star. I'm not gonna be showing that in this war, because I also did a plan and smash for that specific attack. So I'll be posting that one on Sunday, guys. So definitely subscribe if you haven't already. That way you can go ahead and check out that plan and smash. It's an 11v11 attempt, guys, and it's a Bola Loon. I know a few people have been requesting me to do one of those attacks, so I finally did one, and it is a plan and smash. So check that out once it comes out on Sunday, guys. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on to our first 10v10, and this one's going to be by Ashpack. We're going to work our way up. So we're going to start at the bottom of the 10v10s, and we're going to work our way up, guys. So as you can see, Ashpack here has some, pretty much it's going to do a Suicide Hero attack. Usually when you see the 2 Skelly spells, that's when you know it's going to be a Sui La Lo attempt. So as you can see, the King's just doing some work, the Queen is helping out, Baby Dragon was just there to kind of help with the funneling, so that's mainly the main point that the little Baby Dragon was there for. As you can see, there was a few wall breakers that were sent in to make sure that the Queen goes in, gets the Wizard Tower, and a few of these key structures, such as the Expo and potentially the air defense. So now the King is working its way through, does get the Expo, which is perfect, and as you can see, the CC is not going to be triggered at this point because the Queen is too far away. So the Queen is capable of getting that air defense, so that was some great value there by Ash with that attack. Finally, the CC does come out, guys. It is a Golem, which can be a negative thing sometimes, just because if you're trying to do a Sui La Lo, that means that the little skeletons, when you're trying to kill the Queen, might affect you because they're going to be taking the hits for the Queen. So that's why he kind of pulled the Golem a little bit farther with those archers. Very important to do that. If not, this could have been a fail. So a very great job by Ash checking out that defense, that weakness. And then after that, guys, as you can see, the Lalo portion is started. Is going to be going in a counterclockwise direction. A big, nice rage spell placed right on top of the Queen with the Skelly spells. The skeletons are going to be able to take care of the Queen, and this is going to be before the Golem moves in, because as you can see, the Golem would have been tanking, but because it was so far away, that gave it enough time for the skeletons to take care of the Queen, and then that allowed the Lalo to move a lot better, because there was no Queen to kill all the loons, because that is definitely one of the balloon killers for sure. So as you can see at this point, it is just clean up. There's so many loons left, guys. It was pretty much overkill and still has one loon left that he can pretty much swag at this point. So anyways, very great attack by Ashpack. Big shout out to him. I know him and Rakib were planning hardcore, and there was a lot of planning going on. And also big shout out to TT, who got a 6-pack in this war with his Bow Witch attack, and pretty much helped us plan a lot of the hits too. We had such a great variety, guys, and you are definitely going to be enjoying this one because all of these attacks are a bit different. So anyways, guys, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next hit. This one's actually going to be by Black Devil. So Black Devil is going to be doing a dragon attack. As you can see, there are 9 dragons, 6 loons, 3 bowlers, and then lightning quake, guys. So he's going to sap quake one of the air defenses, and then after that's going to start this attack. So let's see where he starts. Okay, it's going to start up here. As you can see, sends in 1 bowler just to kind of take advantage of this bowler bounce. Definitely want to make sure that you don't have that on your base, because then that makes it to where an airstrike is a lot easier to do when the air defense is still up and running. So as you can see, it's taking advantage of these bowler bounces just to kind of get rid of some of these structures, making it a real great funnel for the dragons to be able to push through. And as you can see, lightning quake that part, and then with the earthquake was able to take care of the remaining part of the air defense. So very great job in noticing that weakness. So it's always important to base identify, guys. If you see something like this where you can take care of an air defense with just a bowler and then lightning quake the other one, it's definitely something that's worth doing, especially because these 2 air defenses are very close to the outside. So that makes it to where the queen can take care of that air defense, and then it's going to move in to be able to take care of the other air defense without even pulling the clan castle. So that was definitely a great idea and very great job for Black Devil for noticing that weakness. So now, as you can tell, the dragon attack has not even been started and all of the air defenses are down. And guess what? There's 3 rage spells, guys. So 3 rage spells that are going to be placed for all of these dragons. That means that these dragons are ready to just terrorize this base, because when it comes to a dragon attack, if you don't have to worry about any air defense, it's pretty much going to be over. These dragons are so powerful nowadays. It's definitely going to do some work. Place the first rage spell just to get through this golem, just because the golem has a lot of HP. So that was very smart in placing that rage spell. Fortunately, it didn't get all of them, but at least it helped get through some of the defenses. Then after that, place the second rage spell over here on this section to kind of create the funnel, making sure that the dragons over here on this side stay in the middle, and then send in a few loons that were hasted in to take care of some of those defenses. So that was pretty awesome. And then also that's going to help take care of any other bombs that could have potentially been there. This wasn't a fresh hit, but there was another hit that was done with some dragons, and it was very close. So that's the reason why Black Devil came in, did a few tweaks, and then took care of this base with those dragons. So very good stuff there, guys. As you can see, there are 3 dragons over here on the left side, closer to 9 o'clock. And then there's some more, like a couple of dragons over here, like around 2 o'clock or so, or 1 o'clock most likely. And then after that, they start zoning into the base, guys, and there's only this archer tower, the wizard tower, and the expo, which is usually troublesome, but when you have this many dragons, it's not going to be that much of an issue, guys. So very great job by Black Devil. Big shout out to him for getting this 3-star, guys. Just the League Gaming in general is just looking super solid and super sick. Very proud of them for sure. So let's go ahead and move on to this next hit. So now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 30. So this one's going to be Rakib, who was also planning with Ashpack. So they came up with some real awesome Suilalo attacks, guys. So as you can see, the king was sent over here at the 6 o'clock mark. Baby dragon sent to make sure that the king and the queen go to the right direction. Always very important to guide your heroes by funneling and making sure that you get rid of those structures that would otherwise cause your heroes to go the wrong way. And then after that, the king is sent in, getting rid of some of these structures. And then these wall breakers break right through, even though they were under the inferno, but had enough time to be able to get through that building. So as you can see, the queen going to use the queen ability, and then the queen is going to be able to most likely be able to snipe this inferno, as you can see, guys. And look at that, so close to pulling the CC, but just perfectly placed to get rid of that inferno. So very great job. Pre sends the haste That way he doesn't have to worry about that while starting the loon portion. So as you can see, sends in a few loons, and then after that, just lines them up. Sends in one first just to make sure that it pretty much triggers all the traps, guys. That was very awesome there. And then after that, just haste his way through. Definitely important to make sure that you know which side you want to go, either clockwise or counterclockwise. In this particular attack, Rakib is going to go clockwise, so very great job. And then send a real nice rage spell right in the middle that's going to be able to help take care of the enemy queen. The skelly traps were also placed, and the lava pups will also help take care of the queen, guys. So as you can see, this base is pretty much trash. There are so many loons at this point. It's all about placements of the haste spells and the rage spells. So very great job, Rakib. Super awesome guy. Usually gets 3 stars all the time. So very good at planning. I'm always seeing him on voice. So very good stuff there. So let's go ahead and fast forward through this attack, because there are many to come, guys. So now that was number 30. Now we're going to go ahead and show you... Oh... Okay, cool. Now we're going to go ahead and show you number 28, guys. This is going to be by Robbie. And Robbie here is going to do a mass miner attack. So as you can see, sent in the king over here on the barracks. And then after that, it's going to send the queen as well here in a bit on the opposite side, just to create that funnel. As you can see, the king is working on these structures in the bottom section. And then the queen's working on the other part. So that makes it to where there's a clear line to go through this base. And you always want to make sure that you approach the infernos first. You don't want to go to the opposite side, because then that means you're going to work on those infernos at the very end, and then by then your miners might be weak. So it's always important to try to go while they're strong and then re-heal them. That way they're back on track and ready to go. So then real nice rage spell that's placed on the very top of both infernos pretty much. And then that's going to help get through the queen and all these other defenses and structures. The king finally did go down eventually, but helped with the funnel to make sure that they all stayed inside, because that's what you want to make sure that you do. You want to keep those miners in the core. So very good stuff there, Robbie, with that attack. Noticing that weakness, just a pretty overpowering attack. It doesn't work on all bases, but it's always important to be able to know what bases to hit, see the weaknesses, if there's a bunch of trash buildings, or if there's a straight pathway once you're able to use the heroes for that portion. So as you can see, guys, the miners finally start working their way around, but they already took care of the main structures, which were the Inferno Towers, and all the big bombs are already taken care of, it looks like. And still has one heal spell, guys, so it's pretty much game over at this point. There are so many miners over here, and that lava hound's not going to do anything against these miners because there's just so many of them. So the miners are just closing in and finishing up the remaining part of the base. Real nice heal spell placed on top of that wizard tower because of the splash damage, just to make sure to keep it alive. And then after that, because of the bomb tower as well. And then the miners are just going to work their way through the very last structures, which would be that elixir collector, the expo, and then after that moving on to the air sweeper. So very good stuff, and this is what the army looks like. Sorry guys. So that's what the army looks like. So we're going to go ahead and move on to the next hit. So this next hit is going to be, I was going to show you my attack, but we won't waste any time. I did a bow witch attack on that one, so I got a 3-star, and it was this base right here. I'll just show you the base real quick. Pretty much fog, attacked the base, and then missed it by a little bit, so I just made a few minor tweaks and got the 3. So we'll just move on to the next hit. This one's going to be by TT, the man himself, who does the bow witch. Very awesome. I personally like this attack the most as far as the bow witch attacks, just because of the way he approached it. You know, sending in a few archers just to get rid of a few structures, and then started working on the opposite side. Guys, this was not a fresh hit, but he did see that there was a, what was it? Okay, yeah, so there was a few Teslas that are going to be popping out here in a bit. Or am I getting confused with the other attack? I might be getting confused with the other attack, guys. But anyways, in the next attack, you'll see what I mean. He already knew where the Teslas were at, so approached the base slightly different. But it still worked out very well, guys. And I think that was the base that he cleaned up from me, too. Because I got a pretty okay-ish percent. It was looking very good, but then the attack started dying off. So TT came in to clean that up. So anyways, guys, play some real nice rage spells and heal spells to make sure to get through the core. And then after that, once they get through this Inferno Tower, it's pretty much going to be game over because the queen is going to be working her way all around, helping out with the structures on the outer portion. And then there's a pretty big flank over here that was going from 3 going to 6, so that really helps out a lot. And then we're going to keep moving forward. The queen still has the queen ability. As you can see, there's still a pretty good amount of bowlers in the core, just kind of taking care of the king. Unfortunately, the last bowler did go down, but it's not really that much of a big deal because you don't really have to worry about killing the king. As long as you get all the other buildings, it doesn't matter. The king can stay alive for all it matters. So anyways, the queen still has a queen ability, guys. There is still one witch left that happened to go down. The archers that he placed at the very beginning are doing some work, guys, and finally take care of the town hall here in a bit. So that's why the queen just completely ignored it. And then after that, finally shoots it down and starts working her way in towards the last few structures. And then we're just going to go ahead and fast forward, as you can see, because the queen does have the queen ability. So it's pretty much game over at this point, guys. Didn't even have to use a queen if he didn't want to. So anyways, very great job, TT. Real nice attack. We're going to go ahead and move on to the next one. And this one's going to be on their number 22, so SHK. So this one is going to be a Suilalo, I believe. So sends in a bowler just to kind of help take care of this wizard tower. So that's pretty cool because saw that that weakness, because then that kind of, you know, weakens up the wizard tower. Doesn't even have to worry about the splash damage too much. And then after that, the wizard shoots the wizard tower, and then it's almost gonna take care of the wizard tower, but not quite there. So anyway, sends in the king and the queen, sends in the wall breakers. The queen's gonna shoot the wizard tower finally. We're gonna work her way in, and as you can see, is not gonna pull the clan castle. So very great job in noticing that pathway or that entrance to be able to take care of that inferno. So very good stuff there. And then uses the queen ability to make sure to take care of that air sweeper, because you don't want to deal with the air sweeper if you got it. If you know you can take care of it, might as well do it. So anyways, guys, sends in the Lalo portion starting from 3 o'clock, working his way counterclockwise, and then places a real quick and efficient rage spell to be able to take care of the enemy queen, and also is able to take care of the enemy king. Not that it really matters, because the king doesn't really do anything to your Lalum portion. So as you can see, there is a big Tesla farm over here at the bottom section, but has a free spell, freezes the inferno, and then after that sends in a real nice rage spell to be able to get through this inferno pretty quickly in case there's not too many loons that get there. And then after that sends in a real nice haste spell that is going to be right on top of all of these Teslas, because a Tesla farm can definitely kill all your loons pretty quickly if you don't have any coverage. So definitely a real great haste spell to be placed. So very good stuff there. Took care of all the defenses, guys, and then it was just clean up from here. And there are so many skeletons. Look at that, guys. Just look at all the skeletons that are left from this attack, and then so many loons. It was just clean up from here. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward, and that was SHK. So good stuff there, man. And then after this, guys, we have 3 more hits. And like I said, if you do want to see my Town Hall 11 3-star, I am going to have that plan in Smash. It's going to be episode number 6. I also got a 3-star on the first week against Forge from Steel. I made a plan in Smash on that one as well. So definitely check that out if you do want to see some 11v11 hits. So anyways, guys, now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 17. This is the one that I also hit. Didn't go as well, so TT saw weakness. Pretty much started from the opposite side that I did. I started from the 6 to 9 portion because it was looking pretty good there. But I believe he's going to start on the other side. Yeah, so sends in cool looking minions, guys. So the minions just to kind of get rid of these structures to be able to keep the queen controlled and up to date. Sends in the healers on that portion, and then sends in the flank on the 12 o'clock mark going to 6. And then you'll see what I mean about the Tesla farm over here. So the Teslas finally start popping out. The Teslas were giving us a hard time, and that is why I didn't do so well that first hit when I tried it. But anyways, guys, the queen is going to do some work. The king and that real nice rage spell, guys, is just going to be able to get these bowlers going, take care of that golem. But first, took care of the inferno tower, so that was pretty awesome, guys. And then a real fast, quick haste heal spell to be able to heal those boulders right away. And then a nice jump spell with the king ability is going to be able to take care of that Inferno, guys. That Inferno is about to go down. The bowlers end up taking the Inferno down. Very key thing to do, because if that Inferno did not go down, this attack wouldn't have happened. You'll see what I mean here in a bit, guys, because as you can see, the flank going from 12 to 9 did die off. But look at this queen, guys. This queen is just super mad and just doing some crazy things. I don't even know how he had such control over this queen. I know my queen doesn't like to do things like this. She just dies and starts banging on walls. So anyways, we're going to go ahead and fast forward, because this is a real long queen walk, guys. So the queen is working her way through, takes care of the final defenses, guys. Look at how much work the queen does. A very good chunk, pretty much like 25% of the space is taken care of by the queen at the very end, just by herself, guys. Does have the queen ability, which plays a huge role, especially when dealing with the expo that's maxed out. That can definitely be a toll against your queen. So very great job there, guys. The queen does go away from from the expo, and then after that is able to take care of the expo and the wizard tower. So very good stuff, TT. Way to 6-pack in this war. Super awesome. So anyways, guys, now we're going to go ahead and move on to number 13. And this one's going to be by Mux. So this attack right here, guys. Let's see. Okay, yeah, starts from here, guys. So this time it's not going to be a Queen Walk Bewitch, kind of like how TT usually does. This time it's going to be slightly different. So it's going to be just some healers on the flank portion, and then one golem just to kind of tank the left portion for a bit, and it's going to work its way inside. And then after that sends in the bowlers, just a big line of bowlers just to clear all this pathway, guys, and then a real nice jump spell. And then the CC bowlers are coming in hot. It's going to place a real nice rage spell closer to the beginning just to get through this little lump here. Sends in a heal spell that's ready to go, just so that when these bowlers get hit, can get re-healed just in time, guys. That was very important, because that Inferno was about to trash all those bowlers. So as you can see, sends in a real nice jump spell. The golem starts working on that Inferno with the help of the bowlers. The queen goes in there and snipes that Inferno, so that was pretty awesome. Definitely helped out that the queen went inside. So very good stuff there, Mugs, by noticing, the difference, and the reasoning behind sending in the queen inside was because the queen did get a lot of value. There was no lava hound, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was a golem. So that's where it really helped out, because the reason why the hound kind of slows things down is because the queen is just kind of taking care of the hound while everything else is moving forward. But when it's a golem, it helps out in a sense that both the bowlers and the queen are working on that, so it's kind of like a stall moment, so they're all going together. But then again, if you use a lava hound, then you can use a queen walk. So it always changes, so it depends on the base itself, guys. But very great job of Mux, just seeing that weakness and getting this solid 3-star with this attack. We're gonna go ahead and fast forward. The queen still has the queen ability. She's just banging on walls because that's her favorite thing to do. That's definitely my queen's favorite thing to do. So anyways, guys, the queen moves along, still has the queen ability, and there's only 2 cannons left, and he even has a minion that's going to help out with this portion, guys. So very great job by Mux. And then now we're going to go ahead and move on to this last attack, and it's going to be by Joshua Jr. here. This attack is going to be a Sui Lalo. So these, let's see, where did it start? Okay, so right here, guys, as you can see, there's a few loons that are sent in just to get rid of that archer tower, and then after that, they're going to move into the cannon. Didn't take care of the cannon, but did get rid of the archer, which makes a huge difference, because then these minions are able to be placed just to kind of create that funnel. Baby Dragon would have worked too, but that's a lot more space, and you don't get rid of the archer tower. So that's the reason why he did that. So anyways, guys, the wizard is sent in at the 3 o'clock mark, and then after that, the king is sent through, because once the king takes care of that portion, that makes it to where the queen can move along. And then the wizard is helping out with this funnel here, because I'm pretty sure he's trying to get rid of this Inferno. So that's one of the main objectives. Usually with the Sui Lalo, you want to try to get rid of one Inferno at least. So as you can see, here comes the wall breakers. Super crazy wall breakers. Boom. Are able to take care of that wall. And so they did their job. The queen's able to take care of that wizard tower, moves in for the inferno, and is able to get the inferno here as well. And then at this point, he only brought in one skelly trap, so that was very interesting. I don't know if he was just trying to make sure that the queen did go down by the enemy queen, but maybe brought in the skelly spell just in case the queen didn't take care of the enemy queen. So let's go ahead and find out here in a bit. So the enemy queen, very close, weakened it, so very good job in bringing in that skelly spell, because that's definitely going to help out. So now it's going to start the Lalo portion, and now it's going to be from like around 4 going to clockwise, and then sends in a few haste spells, a big rage spell right in the middle just to get through these through this section pretty quickly. And then after that, it's going to send in the skelly very soon here. So then sends in the rage spell over here just because he's trying to get to that inferno right away. A few haste spells to make sure that these loons go the right direction. And then that retargets and actually saved the skelly spell, guys. As you can see, the enemy queen did go down. I wonder where he's going to use it. I think he's going to use it on that the wizard tower just to kind of tank a little bit, maybe. Oh, maybe not. So he might just swag this skelly spell. So anyways, guys, did a great job on this hit. The lava did pop at the very end, so very good stuff there. So let's go ahead and fast forward because there's nothing else left. So yep, pretty much swagged the skelly. So very great job with that attack, guys. So EG is looking strong. We did a great job in this CCL match. The final score was 129 to 125, and 11v11 3-star, guys, and then 10 10v10 3-stars, and we got a 90% hit rate for our Town Hall 9s. And if you want to see this base getting 3-starred by me, definitely stay tuned. We'll be posting that episode on Sunday, and it's going to be a plan and smash. So thanks again for tuning in. This is DJ Clan Smasher, and don't forget to keep calm and clash on.